nervous after a game like this, and you lose two guys starting up front too. It made it even more difficult.
Yeah, definitely some adversity, that we're going to have to find a way to use to overcome and get better from it. There's two ways usually you can go from having some adversity, especially like we did tonight. There's two ways you can go, and we got to make sure that we make the right choice to use it for the good and not go backwards. So, not the way we play, not the way we wanted to play tonight. That's a good football team that played really well, that did everything right to help them win the football game. So we got to find a way to again handle this adversity and use it for the good.
Obviously, you can't speak for Chris Reed, but that's kind of a situation to throw, a backup guard in to be the center. I know that it's next man up. That's a lot of pressure on him to kind of pull that off.
Yeah, for sure. But, at the end of the day, we just got to find a way. When things aren't going our way, ball's not going our way, you got to find a way to overcome, and you got to find a way to make some positive plays to kind of get you back on track. And we just didn't do that tonight good enough, but proud of everyone that stepped in, proud of everyone that just continued to fight and try to make plays. And that team did, the other team across from us did the things that you need to do to win football games, and credit to them. But again, we got to find a way to handle this adversity the right way.
How much was it difference? I mean, they scored on those big plays. You get the block punt, but you don't get a touchdown after that. How much did that hamper?
Yeah, great point. I think we talk a lot about momentum. We talk a lot about how important it is in this league, in the NFL, to gain momentum, and when it is going away from you, to stop it immediately. We didn't do that tonight. When you get those big plays, you get the ball on the 1 yard line. Those are game-changing moments that can really springboard you forward, and we didn't do that tonight.
You guys scoreboard watched it all. You saw that the 49ers won, so now that they leapfrog into the second seed, you guys aware of any of that coming off the field, and what are your thoughts?
No, wasn't aware of that, but obviously we knew that was a possibility going into this game. We knew how important this game was because of that, and with what happened with the Eagles. So, again, these games are so important, every single one. You look back at after the season's over, and you look back at this game, that game, the other game, and you realize how important every single one is. So when you know that and you have experience, you treat your week of preparation a little different. And I thought we had a good week of preparation, just didn't execute.
Hey, Adam, what were some of the factors that disrupted the passing game?
I think it's too early to say. I think we got to go look at tape. A lot of time you're focused on what you're trying to do, and you're not seeing the big picture. So it'd be hard to make a judgment call on that right now. But definitely we'll get back to you tomorrow, and we'll take a thorough look at this film. And I think the first thing you got to do is you got to look inward at yourself. What could have I done better? And everyone does that, and you come together and find a way to get better as a team through a difficult loss.
How different is this Green Bay team from the one you played in the opener, and also the one that was 4-8 at one point?
Yeah, we know they're a good football team. We knew that week one. That's why we felt so good about that victory, because even if they had a rough start to the season, you know this football team. They're a good football team. They're going to find ways to win. They're going to find ways to adapt and overcome, and they're always going to be there in December and January playing their best football. So we knew what kind of team we were coming into, but we have to use that and motivate us and obviously execute better.
And what was it like? Go ahead.
How tough was it for you guys to get into the red zone for those times and come away with 0 points?
Yeah, it's tough. It's momentum killers, right? Those are momentum killing moments that really make it difficult on your team. It's a team game, and when you get a big play, again, you have to go and execute down there and score. So the momentum swings towards your way, and you can really use that momentum to springboard you. So, you look back at in this game, in football, you look back, right? You look at this play and this play, but there's so many plays you can't really say it was this play that lost the game, or this play, or this or that. It's ultimate team game. So find a way to get better individually, each one of us, and use this for the good.
It's a moot point now, but at halftime, was it the same as against the Colts when you're down that much so we can do it? What was the mood in here?
Yeah, again, I think we have a lot of confidence, right? We have a lot of confidence that if things aren't going our way, that we're going to find a way, that we're going to get a stop on defense like we did coming out in the second half, and then go and score and kind of change the identity of the game. But we just didn't do that tonight. It's again, you got to go look at the tape, find out why. but disappointing.
To 3 seed from 2, 49ers 1. Just makes it potentially a tougher road to hoe, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean it's we're not there yet. We're into the postseason, and so to continue to push this season, and then once we're there, we're just going to be looking to get 1-0. I mean that's we're not trying to speculate or look at anything. It's one of those things where we're just going to keep grinding. So.
TJ, you always talk about next man up, but when you lose 2 starters on the O-line, obviously there's maybe going to be some communication issues. Well, how did that affect at all, giving Kirk time in the passing game, and what did Green Bay do maybe differently than you saw?
Yeah, I mean, we just got to get on the same page with everybody. I mean, there was a lot of those where we just hurt ourselves, and that's every man in here, myself included. We're going to go back, look at the mirror, and get these things fixed. I mean, listen, we're in the playoffs. We got one more game. To prove what kind of team we want to be in this playoff run, and so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go back tomorrow, learn from this stuff, and then continue down this road. We know what kind of team we are. We know who we want to be, and that wasn't it today. So.
No, we just we've got to play. We've got to have clean eyes. I think as the game went, we didn't do a good job of just settling down defensively. We allowed our eyes to make us press. The stuff they were doing make us press, and we just got to play sound football, and obviously get turnovers. When they come away with 4 and we come away with none, it's not going to be a good day.
Are you guys aware? Maybe someone told you that the 49ers once you guys have dropped down to the 3rd seed, and does that affect your psyche?
It's about us. It's about us, especially after a game like this, right? I mean, it doesn't matter how we play or what seed we are. If we play like we just put out there on the field, then we're not going to beat any team. So, we've got to tighten up ourselves, focus on us, not start, looking elsewhere. It has to be how can we fix what we just did, and what's going on, and how can we fix it quick.
What's the most disappointing thing for you then personally in that vein?
Just the amount of, for us, amount of mistakes there were on all facets. It's hard. It's hard to play winning football against, a quarterback like that, an offense like that. When we have to play defensively extremely tight in those type of scenarios. And for a defense, that's what you try to do. That's what you hold your hat on. And we didn't do that today.
Said eyes the Ravens, is that just like some of the motion stuff they're doing?
Yeah, just keys. They try to get you going one way, sneaking guys out, doing different stuff, and it's communication and eyes, and we gotta do a better job of that. We gotta play tight defense, and make them feel, not be dictated and dictate them. Mm-hmm.
Extra frustrating too, knowing that Rodgers did not have a powerful game. If you look at the stats wise,
I haven't seen the stats. And honestly, defensively, I felt like first half wasn't horrible, right? I mean, the way it felt didn't feel bad. They had two touchdowns that we couldn't control. So, I gotta look at the tape. It probably feels a lot worse than it really was, and that's usually the way it goes. But there's a lot to be fixed on that field, and we're obviously disappointed.
You guys say that, especially even when you win, that there's always something that you can still learn from. Is it frustrating to be on the cusp of one more regular season game and then going to the postseason and have things like this you say we have to clean up?
Oh, I mean, it's just a dose of reality is what it is, It just puts things into perspective and allows you to hone in on yourself. We can learn from this. We can use this the right way and go one or two ways. We gotta focus on ourselves and get this right. Thank you.
You have chemistry with those guys that get hurt and taken out, but the coaches do a good job of giving us reps throughout the week with those other guys with the backups. So they did a great job, and I didn't think we really blinked when those guys came in, and they did a great job, like I said.
With the responsibilities that the center has with this offense, how much does that affect when you have a new voice, new cadence, that type of stuff?
Yeah, so the center's big. Creed came in and did a great job, but we don't have the chemistry that Garrett and Schlottman and I have. So there's a few penalties in there that I need to clean up. That's on me, but he came in and did a great job. The identification, everything was pinpoint, and I just need to be better, and we need to be better as a unit.
Did you see Brian's injury? Obviously, it was a fast moving. Did you see what happened in real time?
I did not. I was running after the ball carrier. I ended up slipping out there and falling on my face. But, no, I did not see it. Hopefully he's okay.
How tough was the field tonight?
The field?
Yeah.
It was slick. We wore 7 studs and stuff, tried to prep ourselves for, how slick it is. It's always kind of like that, but it was a little more slick than we were used to. But, there's no excuse.
The NFL is a week-to-week basis, so we got to digest this one fast and go on to Chicago. Yeah.
Dalvin, obviously a very difficult game. When you lose 2 guys up front, guys that you kind of had the timing with, the communication with, how do you think that when you get Schlottman going down and you get B.O. going down, how do you think that they came in? Was the communication a little tough at first?
I don't know about communication. I don't know what the quarterback and the center thing is. I don't know. But other than that, we was good. Yeah.
I know it's not exactly what you want when you come here, but what was it like in the locker room at halftime? Was it kind of like the Colts game? What was the mentality? You guys are always like...
Same thing every week. It's nothing different. Same mentality. It's the same group. Ain't nothing changed in this group. Same group that y'all seen every other week. We come in with the same confidence and just didn't get it done.
Physicality was a lot out there, maybe kind of borderline as well. You were ready for it, though, right?
Physicality?
Yeah, they were like throwing bodies around. There were probably more penalties that weren't called.
I don't know. I don't get into that. I'm physical myself, so I don't know.
We were just talking to Jordan. He said on defense there's a lot of things to clean up. Can you assess, do you think offensively-wise, looking with 1 game left in the regular season, what you think offense needs to clean up on after this game?
Yeah, we still got a lot of stuff we're still working on. Not perfect, so go back and watch the film, clean up some technique things, and like I said, one loss don't define us. This type of group we got. So be aware next week.
And ask some of the players, I don't know if you scoreboard watch, if you've heard coming in the locker room that San Francisco won, so you guys dropped down to the 3rd seed. That doesn't change anything, but did you know about that?
No, I don't really care, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Playoffs coming, so we in, so that's all that matters.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Justin, do you feel like the way they played you, compared to that first game, where did you see the biggest difference?
I finally came to the realization that I made my mark in this league. And every single game, they're not going to let me get over 100 yards. They're going to do whatever in their power to not let me get to that type of numbers. And secondly, it's tough to do that twice on the same team. To get 100-plus yards on the same team is definitely difficult. That goes to show you that they're not doing their job if that happens. But it's definitely tough. Getting 1 catch in the game, wanting to be a big part of the offense, wanting to make big plays for us, and not able to do that is definitely hard on myself.
How do you go through it in your own head as it's playing out, and you're trying to probably be okay with that? But what goes through your head throughout the course of a game that is like that?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating to deal with only having 1 catch, not being a major role in the offense, and just not giving us the spark is definitely something difficult to deal with. I keep myself at a high standard. Every single game I'm trying to perform the best that I can. And, I just wasn't able to do that tonight.
Do you lobby during the game if you're open or whatnot, or does the game kind of dictate whether or not you move the ball?
It's difficult to really explain. I might be open, but, something might happen, up front or something to make me not get the ball or something like that. I got to look at the film to really, see what it is. But, they just played a lot of high coverage. They had the safety on my side a majority of the game. Played a lot of 2-man. I mean, they did a good job. They did a good job.
Justin, you were frustrated. We could see it at some point. How did you pull yourself back by not letting it overtake you?
Just like I said, I got to the point where I solidified myself enough that if I don't have that game, it's not because I'm not getting open. It's not because it's mostly because they're doubling me or have a lot of help. So it's frustrating to deal with, but I just got to keep playing and just keep being myself.
It seemed like Jair had a lot to say. What was he saying to you?
A lot of nothing, really. He just really just talking. And he was just being, that type of player to trying to get in my head and, do things that normal DBs do. But really, it's really just talk, just trash talk. But it really doesn't really affect me.
But he did the gritty and pretty early in the game. I think it was this random incompletion. What did you think when he did that?
I thought it was a taunting.
Yeah.
That was first of all.
Right.
I thought that was a taunting call, but it is what it is. He does stuff like that to try to get in my head and stuff like that. It is what it is, even from his comments that he leading into this game, it's just talk. It's just trying to give himself that booster, that confidence to go out there and guard me. So it is what it is. And just like I said, we're probably going to see this team again in the playoffs. So I guess we'll see them.
Last one. You said 2-man. How much of it were you seeing that in early downs compared to other games?
A lot. I feel like they played that majority of the whole first half. Really just trying to get Jair to put hands on me. Not giving me that free release off the line. But just like I said, they had a good strategy, good game plan. But their plan was not to let me go off and get the yardage I had the first game. And they did a good job by doing that.
Thanks, Justin. Thank you.